Have you ever received a supplier declaration saying that the component is RoHS compliant, but then in fine print it says, component compliant due to exception X in Annex III, and that's where the doubts start. Because exemptions are temporary, they have expiration dates, and they apply to very specific uses. So what does it mean for your product and for your long-term compliance strategy? Hi everyone, I'm Pablo Antiñanco from RoHS or Not, and today we're going to unpack exactly what to do in these situations. This video is also timely because the European Commission just updated several exemptions related to the use of lead in electronic components, and this affects thousands of components in the supply chain. On screen you'll see the titles of the Delegated Directives that were recently adopted by the European Commission. These Delegated Directives modify the RoHS Directive, especially Annex III, where you can find the list of exemptions. Now, before we take a look to a specific example, let's discuss what is an exemption and why does it matter to the manufacturer of electronic products. As you already know, the RoHS Directive restricts the use of 10 substances in 11 categories of electronic products. These restrictions are set as maximum concentration values in homogeneous materials of the considered substance. However, in practice, there are situations where the substitution or elimination of the substance is impractical from a technical or scientific point of view. It can also happen that even when the substitution or elimination is possible, the reliability of the end product is not ensured, or simply the total environmental, health and safety impact of this substitution is way worse than the benefits that would be obtained by doing this substitution. In these cases, the RoHS Directive allows the use of a temporary exemption. A RoHS exemption allows the use of a specific substance that otherwise would be restricted for a specific use and with an expiration date. It does not exempt the whole product to comply with RoHS, only the specific component or material considered in the exemption. Now let's take a look at one of the updated exemptions that you might recognize from your bill of materials. That is Exception 7C2 for the use of lead in ceramic dielectrics of high voltage capacitors. That is for the use of lead in these specific capacitors with a rated voltage of 125 volts AC, 250 volts DC or higher. One of the most common examples for this are the multi-layer ceramic capacitors that are used in the power electronics industry. This exemption applies to all categories of products except those that are already covered by other exemptions, the 7C1 and 7C4. And the expiration date is the 31st of December of 2027. So for manufacturers out there, and especially their compliance teams, this means that they have to check if the product they are manufacturing is within the category of products covered by this exemption, and especially the expiration date of the exemption. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you need more support on compliance topics, especially if you are getting the CE marking, or also if you want to market your product in the United States, feel free to contact me, check my website rohsornot.com, or send me an email to contact@rohsornot.com. See you in the next video.